Hello, sports fans, and welcome to the Scott Sports 101 NFL Football Sunday late games post-game show, and we're gonna get to those right now. The Arizona Cardinals beat the San Francisco 49ers at home at University of Phoenix Stadium in Arizona, 18-15. Boy, that's a big win for the Cardinals, and they want to get more wins. I know that's for sure. The Indianapolis Colts beat the Oakland Raiders at the Oakland Company Coliseum in Oakland, California, 42-28. Boy, what a game for the Colts today. Boy, Oakland just did not have it today. They tried to battle back, but just could not. And a thriller between the Rams and the Packers. The Rams remain unbeaten. They beat the Green Bay Packers at home at LA Memorial Coliseum, 29-27. Green Bay scored it was 23-20, and then it was LA kicked the field goal. It was 26-20, and then Green Bay scored, and it was 27-26, and then LA kicked the field goal, and that sealed it, 29-27. Boy, what a game in that stadium today, in LA today. And I'm going to go back over the early game scores one more time. For those of you who missed, you already know the Texans beat the Dolphins Thursday night, 42-23. And this morning from 9:30 at least till 1 or 2 o'clock, the Philadelphia Eagles beat the Jacksonville Jaguars at Wembley Stadium in London, 24-18. And the Browns just did not have it. They lose to the Pittsburgh Steelers, 33-18. The Steelers go to 4-3-1. The Browns fall to 2-5-1. The Carolina Panthers beat the Baltimore Ravens on their home field at Bank of America Stadium in Carolina, 36-21. Baltimore tried to battle back, and they just could not. They were down 21-7, and then they battled back, but just could not get the win. The Chiefs beat the Denver Broncos to go to 7-1, and Denver falls to 4-5 as they lose to KC, 30-23. And the Browns have the Kansas City Chiefs next week at home at First Energy Stadium, and that's not going to be an easy game. And Hugh Jackson, that is a must-win for you. And when we play Atlanta the following week in Week 10, that is also a must-win for you. Because if he doesn't win these next two games, I feel he's gone. He is just gone. So we'll see what happens next week when the Browns do play KC. The Seattle Seahawks beat the Detroit Lions at their home field in Ford Field in Detroit, 28-14. Detroit just did not have it today. I mean, they looked early on, but they just fell apart in the second half. Seattle just had their number today. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers had the lead. They came back and tied it at 34, but the Cincinnati Bengals kicked the field goal and went on to beat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, 37-34. Boy, it's the first time they've beaten Tampa Bay at home since 1989. Boy, what a game for them today. The Chicago Bears beat the New York Jets 24-10 at Soldier Field in Chicago. And Mitch Trubisky was right. He was right on the money today. He was really right on today. He was right on the money. He was just he had a great day. And the Washington Redskins beat the New York Giants 20-13 at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. And I got to tell you, this was a great game between the Giants and Redskins. But the Redskins, the Giants, they're just struggling right now, and they need to really come up with some new strategies. They really need to regroup and really come up with ways to win games, as do the Browns. Now previewing tonight's Sunday night football game. The Minnesota Vikings and the New Orleans Saints will square off at U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Now, Minnesota has the edge in this game, and New Orleans really wants to win this game. If they lose this game, that's going to put them a little bit behind in the division. So we'll see what happens. But Minnesota is really going to be out to win this game tonight because it's on their turf, and they're tough at home. And you've got to keep up with Minnesota has to keep up with New Orleans defense. New Orleans defense has to keep up with Minnesota's defense. So you really got to know what is going to be. And I feel that Minnesota has the edge in this game. And tomorrow's Monday Night Football game. The New England Patriots will travel to Buffalo to take on the Buffalo Bills at Ralph Wilson Stadium in Buffalo. And I feel normally I go with the home team, but in this case, I got to go with New England. Because I think they're going to win this one in Buffalo. They have not won in Buffalo yet, but I think they're due. I got a hunch they're due, and I think they're going to do it. So I have got to go with the New England Patriots on this one. So we shall see. But this has been a pivotal week of football for all the teams in the NFL. So I got to tell you, this has been one wild week of crazy football. And I know I'm getting off track. I have a little NBA news. Cavs head coach Ty Lue has been fired after an 0-6 start, and Larry Drew is going to be promoted to the interim head coaching spot for the time being until they can get someone to replace him. And I want to take a time to send my thoughts and prayers to the people in Pittsburgh for that awful tragedy that happened in Pittsburgh Square yesterday and the day before. And my thoughts and prayers go out to you. My heart goes out to you. And you've got to know those people need your love and support, so please support them. And I got to tell you, this has been a steady week of football in the NFL, and I will have a post-game show for after the Sunday Night Football game was concluded between the Vikings and the Saints. But I got to tell you, this has been one wild week of football in the NFL. Well, that's going to wrap it up for the Scott Sports 101 NFL Football Sunday late game, post game show, and Sunday Night Football pregame show. I will have the post game show, as I've said, immediately after the Sunday Night Football game is concluded for the Sunday Night Football Scott Sports 101 NFL Football Sunday Night Football post game show. I get the words out. After the Sunday Night Football game between the Vikings and Saints has concluded. But until then, always remember, be a team player each and every day, in every way possible. So long, everybody. 3, 2, 1. I'm done.